Cheers. Was that Oaktown 357 or
Yep.
somebody?
It
Oh
was.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh
oh
yeah. Whatever you
yeah.
did.
I'm trying
It
to
came
get
in that
it.
left felt good. No,
Yeah,
that's
trying to
good.
balance it
Okay,
out.
okay. Well, we want to welcome y'all to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool because smart is
the new
gangsta.
baby.
And if you don't know, now you know. And it's Freestyle Friday, y'all. So feel free feel free on Freestyle Friday to give us a call. 727. It's still early and it's coffee ain't kicked in. 637 2416.
That's what it is.
Just had a fog right there for a minute, man. Yeah. So what's good, Q?
It's Friday. We made it to Friday.
Yeah.
I want to give a big shout out to St. Pete itself.
Oh yeah.
I love
Shout out to where we from.
Right, because the boycott is going amazing.
Boycott is going strong, y'all. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving to see it. I'm loving the action. All the things. House and ever. We do have to remind everyone, particularly those who are involved and those who are on the front lines. Don't get discouraged.
And you know what? Don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
And there's always gonna be people that cross the picket line.
Yeah. People gonna be people.
Right. But
yeah,
it looks like not enough people are crossing the picket line.
That's good.
Now, I will tell you, like, I don't roll by because I ride by.
Okay.
And if I see something like last night, I roll by and I definitely scream, don't go
there. Right.
And it was an older gentleman. He looked and he did me like this.
What I'm supposed to do?
Right. Because he was getting gas. Right. And maybe
it
was like he.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Okay. No, I hear that. And that's the thing is that's the other part of it is the awareness, right? It's just getting people to see it, to know that it's happening, and to stand in solidarity with it.
Yeah.
Because the thing that makes this one, I think, a great opportunity is because the location.
Yeah.
Like there, you have other options. Like it's just, you might have to drive a little bit to go get what you need, but you can just drive a little bit and go get what you need. Right. Whereas other places, like that's it.
That there is no option.
Yeah.
And what I like about this one is showing the model.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're not overwhelming ourselves trying to do everything at once.
Yep.
Like you.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. Because you
shut them all down. It's like, okay, well, let's start with this one.
Right. And then go from there.
Yeah.
And I think the misconception of it is that like this is like we don't want them in our community. No, we don't want people mistreating us in our community.
Exactly.
And so, like, if you're gonna sell in our community, you're gonna respect our community no matter who you are.
Simple ask. Not a complicated ask.
It doesn't matter color, race, or anything like that. This is strictly about how you're treating the people who is patronizing your business.
Yeah.
And if you're not treating them with respect, then you don't need to get their money.
And then the double click to that, like, so the disrespect shows up in different ways, right? So you got the blatant disrespect, calling women out of their names,
locking kids
in the store, like creating this unsafe environment, having one child at a time, policies. Then you got the other part of it where the disrespect is prompted by an inquiry. So because we met up earlier this week.
Good morning, Tiffany.
And as a part of these meetings, you starting to hear people's stories. Like people just was coming out and they were sharing why they are participating. Like, this is why I'm supporting it, because then they started telling their stories. And it was a woman who was saying how the disrespect came at her because she was asking about the price of some orange juice. Like she was like, it's just like, this how much this costs? Like, this ridiculous. Same thing with somebody else, just
with some bread.
With some bread, you question the price of the bread, and now it becomes a whole problem. So not only are you ripping me off, but you like,
and not only are you ripping the people off, you're ripping the government off too, because most of these people, like, let's say the poverty level of the people that's going there, and not saying that everybody's there, but you're using food stamps, right?
Yeah.
And so
there you go.
So you're looking at like, it's not fit.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Physical money, but yet you're gonna overprice, and then now,
Yeah, and then not giving kids their change. Like that's another one of the complaints. Is like they give you money, so parents are. It's like the days of Jim Crow.
Yeah,
where you don't send your child in there with a $10 bill, or
because you're not getting that
because they're not going to give you change back. You don't send them in with a 20. You sending them in with the least. The small, you sending them with small bills because when they come out, they're not coming out with change, even though they're supposed to be getting change. Like these,
which is crazy because you can't. If you owe them 15 cents, they want their 15 cents.
Oh yeah, because that's 15 cents towards another dollar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so you just got like that kind of stuff that's happening. So ripping off the kids, disrespecting the women, charging these exorbitant prices, and then when somebody complain and say something about it, you tell them, "I don't need y'all. Y'all need me."
Now, I was really disappointed with the free peanuts and coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. But listen, I felt like
I almost posted something. I didn't. I backspaced and deleted
it. So me right there, like, this is how much if they're gonna give you away something free,
showing you what they value. Yeah.
Yes.
So what animal in nature eat peanuts?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, come on, like we.
Yeah. So like peanuts, like literally, you got people crossing the line for peanuts, like literal peanuts.
Literally, and first of all, think about forget what animal eat it.
Yeah.
Think about all the salt content and all that other stuff that's adding to boiled peanuts.
Yeah.
That is not good for
peanuts.
you.
My wife thinks she's bomb boiled peanuts. Shout out to Miss Peanut. Right? Yeah. Maybe Miss Peanut need to post up.
And honestly,
Miss Peanut got the best in town.
When I saw it, that was I said, I wish I had some peanuts. I would set up right on the corner with peanuts and coffee. And no, don't go in there and get they free ones. I'll give you free out.
Yeah. Like we got you. Yeah, like we got you. And that was another one of the questions that I was asking too. And I was happy with the way that it was answered, was like, what are we doing to ensure that the needs that people have are being met? Because like if you go into that store, it's some need that you have, need or want, right? And so just being able to get a handle on that and make sure that we can still offer that to people who actually have needs. Now, if it's something you want and you just, it's convenient to come and get it, then, you're more likely to be a little inconvenienced to go somewhere else. Right. But if it's something that you need and you don't have the means to go somewhere else to do it, like that was kind of my original concern. But after the conversations with those who, boots on the ground and just seeing who going in and who coming out, like
it's a convenience store.
It's a convenience, yeah, an inconvenient convenience, yeah. Because you end up arguing and about to go to jail, fighting with the people. So how convenient is that?
Right, and then they don't give back to the community. So that's another thing. So
and it ain't because they haven't been asked. Like that's another one of the things too.
And a lot of the, and I'll tell you, a lot of those stores around there, you look at that, not, and they service our community and make a lot of money off our community. So
and then the other piece too, while we talking about it, is just a shout out to the organizers, a shout out to those who are boots on the ground out there, day to day. It has been proposed as a 30-day, but as long as needed. Starting with 30 days. And so if you want to pull up any one of those days, there's a schedule. You can, if you interested, just inbox me. I'll send you the schedule, or you can go to That's So Stephanie's Facebook page. Shout out to Stephanie Carrington. She actually has it listed on her Facebook page where it has the schedule. So if you want to go out there for a couple hours or an hour, however long, and just hold a sign and be a part of the team that's telling people not to shop there, you're invited to do that. Come stand in solidarity and participate. And then I don't want to say that I got in trouble, but I can't think of another way to say it. It was a little bit of a thing with me being specific in the targeting, right? Because one of the things I've seen just an experience with these boycotts is when you're pushing people to not go to a store. It seemed like the people who don't go to that store anyway are the most vocal.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you're really not the target audience of this because you haven't been to this store in years. Right. And so for me to like spend time and energy trying to organize you to not do something that you're already not doing is just not productive. Right. So our target is for people who already know the deal, people who already who are currently spending money with them. And so if you're not getting the answers or the responses that you need as somebody who just want to know what's going on and get engaged, like just chill for a minute and let us get to the target, because we really trying to like boycott for real and not just,
right.
just do these actions and check these lists. Because, there's a boycott list at this point, and it's like we're not just trying to check the boxes on the list, but we really trying to have an impact. And it starts with getting the people who actually shop there to not shop there.
Right, because that's who. Yeah, because if you don't go there, because I'm not a convenience store shopper.
Me either.
Right, but
I run in and out every night.
Every blue moon.
I'm trying to think of when the moon was last blue for me. You know what I mean? So, like I really have to think about when the last time I went.
I'm about the community.
Yeah.
So that's why. But you want to affect the people right there, and so like, if you know, that's just like if you never go in Walmart, you're like, why we boycotting Walmart?
Yeah.
You already do.
You already don't shop with Walmart. Like why don't you shop with Walmart? You already don't shop with them. Why don't you shop with them? Right? That's the point. So it's like when you say, well, I don't go to convenience stores anyway. Well, there's a reason why you don't go to convenience stores.
And I'll tell you why I don't go to convenience stores. Because I'm cheap like that.
I don't want to pay these overpriced prices. Yeah.
Yeah, when I go to
the convenience store markup.
I don't want to pay it.
So if I've offended anybody in my response to that, I want to apologize.
We're in a new era.
You know what I mean? But I'm just like in a space where it's like I don't have a whole lot of time and attention for people who don't get it. And so like it's one of them things. This was coming up for me too last night. And maybe this is why I was responding the way I was, because you get keyed in, you get keyed in and you have flashbacks. But like our team, our crew, right? Like if somebody fighting, you don't walk up and say what y'all fighting for. You know what I mean? Oh, you see your homeboy fighting, you see your other homeboy fighting. He got two, and then he with them, and ain't nobody on him, but he looking. You finna jump in, like you assess the
you jump in.
But you at no point do you say what y'all fighting for.
No.
Why y'all fighting? You don't
talk about it later.
You don't stop the fight to find out what we fighting for. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of, and again, I was right. It was legitimate questions. But it was just in the moment. I'm like, man, really? Like you gotta ask what go on in these places. That let me know you don't go to these places,
right?
Or you don't even talk to people who go to these places. Because if you talk to anybody who goes to these stores, you know what they doing at these stores. It don't matter what they just did. They've been doing stuff for years. And again, when we met up, that's what you saw. It was like the stories that you know of, but then you had people telling you stories, and they was
the can story.
Exactly.
This didn't cost him nothing. This didn't hurt nothing.
Yep.
And he was like,
I don't care about y'all. I don't care enough about your community to take something free that's gonna help somebody who overdosed from a product that I'm selling. And then so you got that piece, and then you got the alleged, and I'm gonna say alleged because I don't want nobody to sue me, but just the matter of fact, they have been busted for drug dealing. So this ain't alleged. Like there's convenience stores that have been shut down and busted for dealing drugs in our community, putting guns in our community, illegal gambling in our community, like all the things that they're doing. And so when somebody say what they did, that was just a trigger for me. And I apologize if I didn't give you the immediate answers to your question. Cause I'm like, really?
Like, oh, they never done nothing to me. Right? But that don't mean that they haven't done nothing to you.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, like, even though they might not blatantly disrespect you in front of you, but as soon as you walked out, they might have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
I got it. So that leads me to a would you rather that I had. And y'all feel free to chime in if you have stories, or if you've experienced anything, or if you're in support or not. Let us know how you feeling about the St. Pete boycott. Put it in the chat, or you can actually give us a call, 727-637-2416. It's Freestyle Friday. I see you, Miss Teresa. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. Yubi, thanks for always tuning in. Tiffany Moore, always there. She said, same, Kiana. I don't want to pay the convenience store markup either. And that's what it is, right?
It's like I have to be on the road or something like
that. Like in order to really have to pull up in here.
My favorite thing, even though it's not like when my kids were young, like when Cheyenne and her friends and everybody was younger, they used to ask us like, "Can we get it from Walmart?" Because Walmart was the cheapest.
Oh yeah.
And can we get it from?
Walmart?
Oh yeah. Can we get it from Walmart?
Yeah, Wally World. That was the spot. They had it like locked down for a long time. But again, if I didn't respond, or if I responded a little harshly, I apologize. But I was just really in like fight mode. And again, when you see your people fighting, and they really your people, you don't walk up and say what y'all did. You just start swinging. You find somebody who ain't us, and you start swinging. And then, like you said, we talk about it later. What was that all about? And that's when you argue. What? You really? Come on, man. Y'all know. But you don't walk up and like.
It's not like I call you and be like, "Hey, yo, I need you." Right. And
then I can say, well, what's going on? But if I walk up and I see you fighting,
no, we fighting.
We fighting. It's on. You know what I mean? We'll talk about it in the car. Like, we real deal gonna have to hash this out. Because then me and you might have to fight. Because I'm like, bro.
Right. You like, told me
you see what's going on. Yeah.
You ain't even try to stop it.
It's a whole conversation.
Yeah.
And you better not cross the line. You talking about crossing the line, you run or you don't fight. Come on, man. And that's what we see. We seeing people like switch out over, peanuts or just disbelief. What we ain't gonna do. That's another thing too I saw. So it was comments about what we ain't gonna do and how, the next or the closest black owned store is so far away that it wasn't real to send people there. But then I got posts and I'm getting tagged like with people saying, hey man, thank y'all, because I just found out about Blackies and like that's where I go now.
I like Black. I grew up at Blackies, right?
And it's like that. But it's people like discovering these places saying, "Hey, so this is where I'm going." Like it's happening. People are actually taking the time.
What's Blackie's name?
Lakeview Market.
Right?
Yeah. You're right. Lakeview, because if they can Google Blackies, they won't be able to find Blackies. Lakeview Market.
And let me tell you, they got like the best pies in there. So I'm gonna tell you, they make fresh pies. Yeah, the sweet potato pie, the pound cake.
And this is 22nd Avenue and about 19th Street.
Yes, it is.
South. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a yellow. It ain't even black. It's yellow.
Yeah. That's right, across the street from the church.
But over 40 years, it's been called Blackies. So when we was younger, because my auntie likes stay.
Was it Blackies then?
That's how. Yeah, it was Blackies.
Okay, gotcha.
That was the name.
Okay.
And so one of the things my cousin Keisha used to always say, you know how much candy I can get for 25 cents? Because everything was cheap. Yeah. So we used to walk to Blackies.
Yeah, because they the plug. Yeah, they the plug. You guys can go flip some candy from Blackies. You know what I mean?
Miss Honey. Okay. We just kind of going.
Yeah, it's Freestyle Friday, y'all.
She was the neighborhood when I was in middle school. She was in elementary. She was the neighborhood candy lady.
Okay.
Right. So when I walked to,
they calling the police on candy ladies now.
That's crazy.
In another neighborhood. Sorry, I digress.
So neighborhood candy lady in the morning. She used to front me candy.
Okay.
And I used to sell it at school. I was the convenience store.
Okay, use the convenience store. So you put them, yeah.
So yeah, like she get the long
she the plug and
she charged me 25 cents. I charged $1.
Okay, right? You the distro. Yeah. That's capitalism 101.
It was
buy low, sell high. Yeah.
And so I used
using other people's money. So she put you on your feet. They call that collateral, and they call that capital now.
And every day I was on my way back home when I got off the bus, I give her money.
That's what we talking about.
And then the next morning, I'll go re-up.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
And then drop her money off.
She must have saw something in you for sure. So we got some comments here. Thank y'all for chiming in. Tiffany says, I support the boycott even though I don't shop there. Right on. Mm-hmm. Hit them where it hurts in their pockets. Respect is earned.
Yeah.
And then Miss Teresa saying with us, the nerve of snack store giving out boiled peanuts in response to the boycott and is an effing insult. Black money matters. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And yes, they are across the street from St. Joseph's, talking about Blackies. Mm-hmm. King Jaff says big blows and windmill cookies, a bag full of full for 25 cents from Blackies. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And we had Docs and Mr. Max over here. You know what I mean? And then you had Novels. Yeah.
Is that like, yes, we want to shop black, but we want to be shopped where we're respected. It doesn't necessarily have to be black, because there's other people that's not being affected by this, but we're teaching people how to respect.
That's it. That's absolutely right. I remember asking a friend of mine when he came home from prison. We used to work together, and it was something that he said that stuck with me. I asked him. I said, "Man, how they treating you over here?" He said, "They treat you how you let them." And that was always that's been like my go-to response, because it's true. Like, they treat you how you let them treat you. And if you consistently allow disrespect and you allow them to talk to you crazy, you allow them to overcharge you without saying anything. And then if you do say something, if they cuss you out and you come back the next day, then they treating you how you let them.
And it's so funny you say this. I went to a restaurant yesterday.
Okay.
And I go to this restaurant quite often. And I have this one server that gives horrible service.
Okay.
Always have a problem with her.
Okay.
So the last time we was in there, she was like, "How was it?" I say, "I never want you to serve me again."
There you go.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh. and I explained. She sent the manager over, and I say, "Hey, listen, like I go through all
it's like this, we just got to this point. Yeah.
Right. Boom. I go in there yesterday. They sit me, and here she come walking around the corner.
Yeah.
So I look. She look at me. Yeah. And she like, and I'm like, I need another server.
Yeah.
And she looked at me. Yes, I need another server.
Yes.
Like I'm not going anywhere and spending my money.
Come on.
And not being respected. I don't
do
it, or I'll just leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you won't be serving me and you won't be getting my tip.
And then that's the other part of it. So when they tell you take it or leave it, and you choose to leave it, like how you gonna be mad with me because I chose to leave it when you gave me two options? Either take it or leave it. And for years we've taken it, and now we decided to leave it from this particular store. And so there are other, stores, there are other places, but like we starting here, like this one here, you know what I mean? And then from here, we can start going in. Cause again, I'm getting all kind of messages now from people saying, hey, well, what about this place? The thing that makes Save a Step so magical in this moment is because it's people who are directly impacted that are saying not today, like we're not dealing with that anymore. And so the other part of like organizing, you know this, I mean, and the audience at this point should know it, but it's more impactful when you're dealing with people who are directly impacted by these actions.
Right.
And so some of these people who are saying, well, what about this store? It's people who don't go to that store anyway.
Right.
Like you've already started your boycott. And so me asking you to not go to that store is not going to be effective because they already don't count you.
Now I have a question, and I don't know if anybody looking at it because the convenience store across the street closed because it was another one. It didn't have gas, but it closed. What does that look like for somebody to get it?
Yeah. And so I appreciate that too, because those are the types of questions that are being answered behind the scenes. Like it's not just about getting them going now what, but like it's some actual organizing and some planning.
I know they want to buy this.
Going around. Yeah. And not just have the desire to do it, but like starting to assemble the resources and like doing what it takes to actually make it happen.
Yeah.
So that's the other part of the work too, that is, it's not being highlighted because that's not the phase that we're in right now. The phase that we're in is like awareness and like just redirecting.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, we're going to start asking you to contribute to, this future that we're trying to build and start painting this picture about the future. So yeah. So again, I just want to say thank you to those who have been organizing. I got names I can call. I got to call too. Carlisa and Stephanie. Definitely got to call their names.
Then you got to call Reno.
Yeah, Reno, absolutely.
Got to call Larry Bryant.
Got to call. See, that's how it happened. Yeah. This brother Antonio, I just met him. Great brother, brilliant mind.
Antonio Horsley.
Yeah, brilliant mind. Familiar. That sounds familiar, right? But I just met him. So
big yoke.
Yeah. But beautiful mind. And I just love the way he thinks. And like everybody, again, everybody who's been engaged. But I had to like those two sisters because that's what really kicked it off for me.
Yeah.
Like seeing Stephanie's post first and then seeing Carlisa with her live and just her story, man. Like she got because she lived right there.
Right.
So she has multiple experiences. And so that was another part of the frustration.
The school behind it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They have tons of stories.
Exactly. And so that was for me. And again, I walk it back, y'all. But okay, I just when they were saying, how what they did, I don't know why that just like irked my nerves so bad.
Because you're thinking
like it's like it just irked my nerves so bad.
If somebody hurt somebody's child, even though this is not my child, I'm gonna feel some type of way because I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And
like I said, growing up in the hood, what this like. This didn't just start. Like it was, hurry up and buy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with Asians and the Asian
following
community,
you around the store, looking at you.
Like I don't remember when the Jewish community owned these stores, but I remember there was a time where my parents used to talk about how you go to the store and they trying to Jew you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the Jew you means that they trying to charge you these ridiculous prices, or they're trying to offer you.
Let me say this. This was back in the day slang.
Yeah, that's what they used to say. Yeah, you know what I mean. And so if that will make me anti nothing. That just make me somebody who grew up listening to grown folks talk, and the way they used to talk about them store owners, well, they said that they was trying to Jew you.
Yeah,
and I ain't know till later on what that meant and who these people were that they were talking about. But they were the store owners, right? Have you in debt, and the debt that you can never pay, and not keeping. So then you go from that to the Asian community. So now you got Koreans, you got Vietnamese, you got them, coming in and leeching. I use that term. You know what I mean? And really sucking the blood, the lifeblood, pulling the dollars and resources out of the community. And then you get this Middle Eastern or Arab invasion that follows that, and it's like, okay. All of it came with disrespect. And so knowing that, having that history, and then for us to say, okay, we not going there no more. And you say, well, what they did, that just kind of was a button for me. So I apologize for my triggers. I ain't trying to Damon Dash nobody, but you're listening to
well, Damon Dash, we found out allegedly is a liar.
You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jam. So again, shout out to the Save a Step team, those who are doing the boycott. Keep going. Damon Dash, man.
They is on his.
I mean, he
did it to himself.
He did. And
Damon Dash was living here in Florida. He was like right there in Polk County.
Yeah.
And he was coming over here to like Tampa doing stuff, like working with artists and things like that.
Because at one time he was like the man.
Yeah,
but he always had like this, persona that he wasn't like a nice guy. And I guess that's the thing. That's all right too. But now it's just like, I mean, I was rocking with Dame for a long time. Like I used to be, like, you root for the underdog. But then I saw this Breakfast Club interview, and I'm like, dang, bro, like you real deal tripping.
But so
like it's one thing to be the one way, but like you tripping at this point.
Like he was on a reality show with like the kids, like growing up hip hop. And like you could see it then too, like his kids wasn't really gelling with them. They tried to. Like they weren't talking to him. It was
Is that narcissism? Is that what they call that? I don't know what that means. I hear people say it, and I'm careful not to repeat it and call people that because I don't really know what that is. Like not for real. Like I've heard about. He's a narcissist. Like I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, I looked it up. I think he has some of those.
Traits. Okay.
But I just
somebody put it in the chat. Google narcissist and put it in the chat.
It is a lot of entitlement, right?
Okay.
When you look at it, and then it's the woe is me.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting. And did you listen to? So we're just kind of because
it's Freestyle Friday, y'all.
Nick Cannon.
Okay.
You seen the Nick Cannon?
I didn't see Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon, you could see like the growth and maturity in Nick Cannon.
Nick always been on that though.
Yeah, but no, he's on something else at this point. Like he was like, hey, like the hurt from Mariah. The divorce from Mariah.
Yeah.
Is the reason why I end up having all these 12 kids.
Okay. And like that was the way he coped and deal with it.
He was like, I'm gonna.
You know what I've been saying?
What?
Be mindful of the things you do to make yourself feel better.
Right. Because.
Okay.
And he was saying that, and he was saying like it was his ego, even though he know that him and Mariah divorce was a good thing for the kids.
Okay.
Overall, but he was like, it was his ego. Like he felt like he wasn't the man because he let everybody get in his ear. He younger than Mariah.
And they used to be clowning him too about that. Right. Yeah.
And he was I want to be my own CEO. I want to be,
I can see how that would impact you. Yeah.
Was like,
as a man. Yeah.
Right. He was like, but I had a wife that just loved me.
Yeah.
Didn't care about none of that.
But you care about it, and it's so it ain't even an issue for her. It's an issue for people.
And usually it's not an issue. Like if somebody, I'm going to say this, if somebody choose you, typically that's not their problem. They chose you for a reason. Like everybody has options.
Yeah.
Like
that's right.
Everybody has options.
And don't you forget it, right?
When somebody like choose you, they chose you over every other option and don't look at the other option. But people know when people feel like they're not stepping up to the table and not doing anything, so they assume that like you're looking for other things to find where they land.
Wow, that's tough. Yeah, it's a lot in that. No, that's a lot to unpack because you're right. And shout out to Nick, man. Like I said, I've watched his journey, and just the way that he uses his platform, the positions that he takes on things, and just his conversation.
I want to say that Nick is a Libra. He's like I want to say he's a true Libra.
Look at you trying to claim him as a part of the Libra gang, right? So no, that's what it is. I got a couple public service announcements too that we want to while you do that. So we want to remind you all that tomorrow, Saturday, September 20th at 8 a.m.
I was right.
You got it here, Libra?
October 8th.
Okay, gotcha. October 8th, that's ringing. So Saturday, September 20th at 8 a.m., the community is invited to stand in solidarity with the Woodson African American Museum of Florida as they reimagine the Black History Matters mural, which was recently removed by the Florida Department of Transportation. Supporters are asked to gather on 9th Avenue South in front of the museum wearing red, green, or yellow to send a powerful visual message that Black history matters and cannot be erased. After the mural recreation, guests can enjoy a free museum tour, storytelling, drum circles, and more, because Black history is American history and it matters. And so that'll be at the Woodson African American Museum of Florida tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And then in that same spirit, the city of St. Pete is actually accepting ideas about how to replace what was lost. And so you can share your ideas between now and September 30th through an online forum that you can find that you can find at stpete.org. And they're looking for ideas on ways that we can shape the next chapter and how St. Petersburg expresses its voice as a community. So yeah, I saw Robles Park in Tampa is being demolished. Have you seen that? So Robles Park is one of Tampa's oldest public housing complexes, built in the 1950s around the same time as Jordan Park. And it's being demolished. It started whenever the 15th, so that was Monday. The site is 35 acres. The property includes part of Zion Cemetery, which is Tampa's oldest African-American burial ground that was discovered under the property in 2019. So I'm sure you've seen that story.
Yeah.
The redevelopment is an $800 million project. It will build nearly 2,000 mixed income housing units, which is a big increase from the 400 units. Also planned is a grocery store, educational and health services, and community hubs, walking trails, and a memory and genealogy center for the Zion Cemetery. But the concerns, people are concerned that, they're going to be displaced because whether, how they make that promise that those who left have the first opportunity to come back. The radio can't see your face, but I see it clearly. That's what they feeling. Like, are we really going to be able to come back? And the reason I wanted to highlight Robles Park, because my Robles Park story start, in the nation. Our mosque was in Tampa before we got here. So we were a study group here in St. Pete building, growing towards a mosque. And so we would go over to Tampa for our main mosque meetings. And then also our FOI class, which is our Monday nights men's class. And a part of the class was like field training, where we actually go out in the field. And so I did a lot of my early field training with the nation in Robles Park. You know what I mean? And so like my door-to-door experience learning, how to greet people and how to engage people at the doors, a lot of that, I'm getting chills when I think about it, because that was Robles Park. You know what I mean? And so when I saw it, how when you like things be happening and you don't realize what impact it have on you until it actually happened. Yep. And so it was like, I was hearing about it and thinking about it, but not in that way. And then when I saw the picture of them tearing it down, I was like, oh, I remember that spot. Like I remember being right there because it was some stuff in the picture. I was like, I remember being there. Yeah. And then it started bringing back like, wow, that was like a time in my life. You know what I'm saying?
It was a pivotal moment.
It was a pivotal moment, and I learned so much. And so shout out to the residents and people of Robles Park, man, who helped me in my journey. You know what I'm saying? And thank you if I ever knocked on a door of yours and you opened it and either cussed me out or gave me a couple $, whatever the experience was, I appreciate it. Yeah. But it was a moment when I saw Robles Park, because I'm like, yeah, I got some Robles Park stories, and they used to always talk about the history of it and how and it was still kind of bad when we was going. It wasn't like heyday bad, right? But it still was like you knew when you got there, okay, I'm somewhere that you know.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Well, I mean, I'm somewhere that, like, you know, it could go any kind of way out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it might not be intended for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you might just end up getting it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody trying to bother the FOI.
Yeah.
And when we was there, by God's grace, man, we always had a good time.
And I'm gonna tell you, usually people like that, they got in neighborhoods and things, they have their guard up. But typically, if you respect codes,
that's exactly right.
If you respect codes,
you don't have no problem. And that's why I say ain't nobody bothering the FOI. Because like when we was there, like we never had a problem. We used to, and I'm talking about the way we would do it then. I don't know how they doing it now. But what we would do is we would knock on the doors and invite people to come out.
Yeah.
Right. And so we wouldn't just have a conversation at the doors. So it would be a group of brothers that would be in the street, you know, lined up, ready to do our military drill exhibition. So we get out the car, we drill. So that kind of wake people up, get their attention. And then we'd have a contingent of brothers in the street, you know, at attention. Malcolm X, you like, just think about the movie Malcolm X, right? Yeah. How the brothers just standing there, ain't saying nothing, ain't nobody saying nothing. Yeah. But it's just brothers standing there clean.
Yeah. And
so people looking and like, what the hell?
What y'all got going on?
And we did that on purpose. Like, we ain't doing nothing. We just finna stand here, right? At attention. Yeah. You think about that word, attention. That's what we're doing. We're getting people's attention. And then there would be other brothers that would go knock on the doors, get people to come out. And then when they came out, you know, we do our, you know, whole drill thing. And then our minister James at the time, man, he would like just light it up. And just waking the people up. And this was like before the internet, you know what I mean? But before all of that stuff, where if you wanted to reach the people, you really had to go out and talk to the people where they were. And
I think you still got to go and talk to
people. Like, but this was like the only option.
Yeah, but like people don't know the power.
Yeah.
Like
this was pad and pen in your pocket for phone number days. You know what I'm saying?
So another sidebar.
Freestyle Friday, y'all. Jimmy story Kimmel. Time. Okay. Oh my God. And Jimmy Kimmel, this is around the Charlie Kirk thing, right? I'm gonna see if I can find that what I had, because Jimmy Kimmel's not the only one.
No, they
real deal canceling people, firing people losing their jobs because of, you know, things that they're saying about the Charlie Kirk.
And which these are things that people said, other people on networks had to say about all the stuff when Black people pass away.
So that's the other thing. So I saw who was it? Might have been Congresswoman Crockett. Talking about how, you know, when Black people get shot like this, right? Or again, you had the school shooting in Colorado same day, no mention, right? Yeah. But George Floyd was political violence. Yeah. Tamir Rice was political violence. Eric Garner was political violence. Trayvon Martin is political violence. So we've been experiencing political violence for years.
And what about the Black officer who lost his life defending?
Come on.
In DC.
Yeah.
Defending. Yeah. And nobody said anything about him. And they was like, well, that was his job.
Yeah.
Really?
How dare you? But so yeah. So it's not a celebration, but I just think it's unfortunate that like the expectation that
one life means more than the other.
That one life means more than the other, and that I guess, you know, Black people specifically grew up, you know, you're not supposed to say nothing bad about the dead. That was always the thing too. When you say somebody dead, then you say God bless the dead,
and just leave it alone.
You know what I mean? But you not so. But I saw a preacher online, and he was saying, look, the way you died does not change the life you live.
Right.
And so if you live the life preaching hate and encouraging, you know, these actions, and even so going so far as to say that, you know, some people may have to die in order for the Second Amendment to stand, you know what I mean? And then you end up being one of the people who died pushing this narrative.
Right.
You know what I mean? And again, I ain't trying to get into no Malcolm X chicken come home to roost type situation, but life and death is in the power of the tongue, and you can't expect people to sanitize or clean up, you know, oh well, you know, it was just a difference of opinion. Like, nah, you was a whole racist out here. It wasn't just a different opinion. Like, you really
it definitely was a different of opinion, right? No, when I'm saying it, like
Yeah.
Well, let me say
but it was
this.
A little more than it was just a little more than because difference of opinion is like, do you like this?
No,
I don't really like that.
I said that wrong. I totally said that wrong. But what I seen is that you use certain things to try to hide.
Yeah.
And cover up what you were saying. Like I saw was like they said, well, would you stop abortion if you had to like stop abortion or go back to slavery?
Okay.
And he was like, why would you ask me that? We're never going back to slavery. Like I want to live like MLK, like
Yeah.
And but to say
like twisting the
right
the narrative of where we are as a country right now.
And then when you look at it, he leads with Christianity, and I'm not saying
yeah.
But just because you speak it, don't mean that you live it.
Yeah. So that was I'm glad you reminded me of that because I know you had a would you rather, but I got one too that came up. Right.
Go ahead. Do your would you rather.
So here's
we can hold minds to Monday.
Okay. So here's the would you rather. And this is kind of in that spirit of the boycott, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have somebody who don't like you but act like they do, or would you rather have somebody who like you but act like they don't?
Have somebody that
don't like you but they act like they do. Right? They act like they like you, but they really don't. But then you got somebody who really don't like you, but they act like they do.
I think I don't want nobody around me who don't like me and act like you like me, right?
Okay.
But that happens all the time.
Yeah. I'm sorry, act like they like you, but they act like they don't. My bad.
Right, I got it.
Yeah.
So
don't like you and act like they do, and then like you but act like they don't.
I'll go with like me and act like they don't.
Okay.
And only reason why I would say that is because eventually their actions speak louder than their words.
Okay.
If I like you and I'm just, how like you get that mean parent and you be like,
okay,
they always on you, and you be like, dang.
So like Denzel and Fences.
Yeah, like dang.
Ain't nothing in the rules that I gotta like you. Yeah.
Right.
But I take care of you. I do this. Yeah.
Right. Like they always gonna have your back. And usually the hardest person is the one who own you the most.
Okay.
Usually is the one who care about you.
That's
like
true.
Your parents, they be on you.
Because they care.
They care. And then you gotta give them the hard truth because one day you're gonna leave and you're gonna have questions. And I want to be able to equip you with the resources that you need to be able to handle it.
True.
So you might not think that I like you, but I love
you. I love you, yeah. So and I love you enough to confirm, yeah.
And you don't have to like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I'm going.
Okay, I hear that.
That's where I'm going with it.
So I was, now you got me thinking, right? Because I was on the I don't care what you think. It's all about how you treat me. So if you don't like me, but you act like you like me, then I'm gonna benefit from that treatment. Like you're gonna treat me a certain kind of way. And
that's true too.
You know what I mean? So I'd rather be treated like I'm liked than not treated like I'm not. But then that's the other part of the coin. Like, do you want to really be liked or do you want to be treated like you're liked?
Jam say F both of them.
There you have it. And there you have it.
No, but let me so on your
you see what I'm saying?
So on the other side, that's just like a job.
You don't like me, but as long as you treat me good, I'm all right.
It's like your job. If you don't like your boss, you go home but you still
you see what I'm saying?
Work.
Thank you.
Like you come in there and be like, yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah. You keep it moving. You turn your stuff in no time. You get to work done.
Yeah. So but I really don't like y'all like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we work together, we do stuff together, we make magic happen, whatever. But I don't really like you like that.
Right. So it can go either way.
But long as you ain't treating me crazy, you know what I'm saying? Then that side of it. Because then you got to say, oh, I love you to death, but you always being mean. You ain't really showing it.
Yeah.
Like
and
it's
so
like I need you to act like it at least. But if you
and I want them people too. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I want show me because I'm really like don't be mean.
Why you so mean?
Don't be mean to me.
Because I love you. It's like no. Like no, I need you to lighten up a little bit. Act like you like me.
Yeah.
So now I hear that. So no, that's what it is. I do have ask Kiana, and then we're gonna have to get out of here, y'all.
We done.
Yeah, we almost like there. We got like 8 minutes. So y'all tag a friend, tell a friend. Thank y'all for tuning in as well. And Dan, thank you for the stars, man. I really appreciate your support and your consistency. He always rocking with us. Shout out to the Catalyst.
Yeah, and while you're pulling up the Ask Kiana, it's not too late to get your tickets for the brunch and vibe. Come vibe out with us. Me, Rich Plate, Brainstorm, Tron. We got hookah, great food. We're gonna have games, all the great jazz. We only have a few tickets left. If you've been to Culture Creative, it's not a huge spot, but it's a very nice spot.
Okay.
And it's roomy. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna have some indoor, outdoor. We got mimosas on deck for you. So come on out. It's from 12 to 5 on Sunday.
And that's the first day of fall.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the first day of fall, y'all. And I'm loving this weather. So yeah, it's perfect timing for that one, Q. All right, so dear Kiana, and Kiana, the Ask Kiana segment is brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op, ocgc.coop. Wow. Okay. How do I leave when I have no one to lean on? All right, so dear Kiana, I want to leave my relationship. It's emotionally and sometimes physically abusive. I've stayed longer than I should have because I kept hoping things would change. But deep down, I know it's not going to get better. The problem is I don't have anyone I can really turn to. My friends have either faded away or don't understand, and my family has always been more judgmental than supportive. If I walk away, I'm walking into a storm of uncertainty. No backup, no place to go, and no real plan. But staying is slowly breaking me down. How do I leave something that's hurting me when leaving feels just as scary as staying? I know I deserve better, but I'm afraid, I'm tired, and I feel so alone. Trapped, but trying.
Make a plan.
Okay.
That's it. I can't do, you gotta make a plan. There's nothing else I can say to you.
Okay.
Like if you're at the point, because again, when you get tired, enough is enough, and then you will then start to move.
Yeah.
You probably do have more support than you realize.
Okay.
Usually people help you more when you're by yourself than when you're with somebody.
Oh, you're right. They probably won't help you because they judging your situation. I ain't laughing about it, but that's just how people are. Like they judging what you're going through, and it's like, and you're right. So once you leave, you might get more help than you ever imagined.
You might get more help, and also people don't want to get in other people's mess.
Okay.
Because they know that this is toxic, not toxic relationships. You say you're done, you're not really done. They don't want to get in the middle of it, and then like it's all this drama. You want people to like you when after you make up and all this other stuff. So
people just like hands off, like I ain't
getting in that
until you make up your mind,
right? Yeah. And then we'll activate. We'll move from there.
Okay.
Just make a plan, and when you sick and tired, you'll be sick and tired.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I
got. I hear that, and I unite with that 1,000%. And I think that's what people are with Save a Step.
That's really
like sick and tired, and we made a plan, and we leaving.
Like we breaking everybody up. Been complaining, complaining.
It's been an abusive relationship,
and then now that they're at that point,
and again, that was my button, because people been watching you get beat up for years, and now you finally deciding to leave. Good job,
and now you see people rattling up.
I don't have to ask what you did. Like I know you've been getting beat up for years. I know you've been getting cussed out. I seen you get cussed out. I seen you get mistreated in this relationship, and now you actually leaving for real. You'll get the help. You'll get the support, but you have to make the decision. So that's great advice. Great recommendation. I like it when they're easy like that. And so that is the One Community Grocery Co-op presents the Ask Kiana segment. And also, y'all go to ocgc.coop. Yeah, what's up?
What we here?
Okay.
So when you leave the museum on the 20th, you got
Saturday.
The Caribbean Outdoor Day Party.
Yeah.
Urban Drinkery, no cover charge.
Nope.
From 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
The address 2164 9th.
I think that's 8.
84. Okay, 2184 9th Avenue South. Y'all know where Urban Drinkery at.
Yeah, y'all know where. At this point,
and then if you don't, it's in Google.
Yeah.
All right, you can pull it up.
On the Deuces.
Yeah.
Right across from the Cat.
Yeah, so we got Baby Sam, DJ Spice, DJ Steel. Out there. It's gonna be food, drinks, and great vibes.
No cover.
Just
pull up. Pull up. Yeah. So it's all kind of ways you can get involved, things you can get engaged in. And we want to encourage y'all, man, and just keep on keeping on. Because it is a lot going on. It's a lot happening. And again, just keep on keeping on. It's okay to follow as long as you're being led in the right direction.
Yep.
Like you know, knowing how to recognize and identify good leadership and being all right with not having to be the leader.
And I'll say a good leader knows their strong suit and know when they need to pull back and let somebody else lead your people. Or lead the situation. A leader doesn't say, hey, I'm the leader and it has to be my way, because your way may not be the right way.
I'm enjoying this phase too. Like
let me just sit back for a second.
Yeah.
No, you got this. And if you need me,
consulting,
I'll come in.
That's what they call this. I love consulting right now. I'm loving it. Just being able to say, hey man, this is what I think.
Yeah.
And this is how I can support, but you got to do it. Like, it's like I ain't doing it for you. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And here's how I can support you in doing it, and then not getting tricked into doing it. Because that's how I always used to start out. Like I always used to just be trying to help people.
And then next thing you know,
they gone. And I'm still holding the
hole in the bag,
holding the mission that we all cooked up. And, it's wonder like how you get into so much stuff. It's just trying to help people.
Yeah.
And it's like really trying to follow through on helping people, and then they end up saying, oh well, you know what, I got this going on. Like I don't have stuff going on, but because I believe in the mission, we try to see it all the way through, and God has blessed us in so many ways. So another thing that's coming up too, shout out to Deanna over at Deshaun at Hidden Voices. So I put the question about open carry for who, and the open carry for who conversation kind of took off, and it led to an organized community conversation so that we can know our rights. And so that's going to be September 23rd. You ought to go to, because I know you bought that. So it's knowing your rights and what's happening with open carry. We'll talk about it more on Monday. But yeah, on the 23rd, I think that might be Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, one day next week. There's going to be. But I just was like, it hit me in the moment. Like, wait, so the questions that I'm asking actually start community conversations. Oh, it's in this pocket.
Oh, well, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so I was kind of happy to see that. Like, you know, they be wondering why I do what I do, and this is why I do what I do. So I asked that question. That question ended up being a community-led event where we're going to talk about it in more detail. So I'm hoping that y'all will pull up. We'll talk about it on Monday.
All right, stay tuned.
Sister Hughes, make you lose your shoes.
Shout them all around the room.
This was fun.
It was.
I should have got up earlier. I would have been here sooner, and we could have got more of this. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Well, this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And we out.
Bing.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight.
I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday good touch the sky. You're an angel, little baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, elders lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just heard rap about the trap, don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together.